Good morning to one and all present here. It is well known that litigation involves a lot of technicalities, which in their actual functioning causes a lot of delay and unnecessary costs. Hence, a friendly, speedy, cost-effective justice delivery system is the need of the hour, together with a responsive infrastructure. This is where an alternative to the usual judicial system becomes the most essential. Section 89 Clause 1 of the Civil Procedure Code provides for settlement of disputes outside courts. Mediation, being one of the four main types of alternate dispute resolution, is a negotiation process where a third party assists the disputing parties in amicably resolving their disputes. Although mediation is known to be party-centered as the whole process revolves around them, a mediator forms a very significant block in the structure. And on this note, I, Kavya, on behalf of School of Legal Studies, CMRU University, welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the training program on mediation advocacy, for which we have amidst us Honorable Justice Krishna Dixit, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, as our Honorable Chief Guest. We also have amongst us Honorable Justice AV Chandrashekar, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, as our guest of honor. We also have amongst us Ms. Susheela Sarathi, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming. Invoking the presence of God is priority in every auspicious occasion. Hence, let us usher the God's blessings with an invocation song by Aarti, Divyam and Priyadarshini. Thank you, girls. Now I request our beloved Dean Sir, Professor Dr. T.R. Subramanya, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the CMR group of institutions and our beloved chairman and members of the governing council, I deem it a great privilege to welcome today's chief guest, Mr. Krishna Dixit. Mr. Krishna Dixit was a student of the University Law College, Dharwad. From the student days, he was very brilliant. But his brilliance was always and has always been accompanied by hard work. In the year 1989, he got himself registered as an advocate in the Bar Council of Karnataka and then started practicing. Over a period of time, the hard work has paid rich dividends for him. He has not only argued before the Karnataka High Court in Bangalore and its subsidiary branches in Gulbarga as well as Dharwad. And since 1999, he has been associated as a standing counsel for the Election Commission of India. Not only he is an authority and a well-read person and defended cases on service matters, election matters, and several other issues relating to writs as well. This is part of his, career all through, if you have a glimpse of it. He has been a standing counsel to the telecom regulatory authorities of India. He has been a standing counsel to the University Grants Commission. He has been a standing counsel to the Baba Atomic Research Center. And he has been a standing counsel to the veterinary university which is situated in Bidar. These are a few things, and most of it I don't wish to elaborate on this juncture. He has served as an amicus curiae in 3 important cases before the High Court of Karnataka. He has argued cases even before the High Court of Madras. He was appointed as the Associate Solicitor General of India in the year 2014. And since then, he never looked back. He has defended several cases before the courts which were against the government of India. That is the person, and we wanted to have him here in this year, in 2018, in the month of February. He was elevated as a judge of the Karnataka High Court. Sir, we are honored to have you here. On behalf of the CMRU group of institutions, I request our beloved chairman to present a bouquet of flowers to the honorable judge. We have amidst us today Honorable Justice and former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, AV Chandrashekar. Now today, as on today, he is a member of the State Administrative Commission, Tribunal, and is functioning there as a judge. As a judge, remember, he came up from the lower rank. He was a district judge, then promoted as a judge to the Karnataka High Court, a man with varied experience. He has come here and we have heard about him. Whenever he speaks, for every sentence, remember, every word there will be cases, and it flows from his memory. And he is in the governing council as well as an advisor, in the capacity of advisor, serving several law schools in the country. Sir, we are honored to have you here. On behalf of the CMRU group of institutions, I request the Honorable Chairman to present a bouquet of flowers. We have with us Madam Susheela Sarathi. I just intend to tell you an anecdote. When I was serving in NUJS, we had invited Madam Susheela Sarathi as well as Shobha Patil as resource persons. They came and they were kind enough to organize a mediation program for 7 days. Now for the inaugural function like this, there were 2 High Court judges. And the High Court judge in his speech just pointed out, in the year 2006, Susheela Sarathi has trained me. And this is the case all over India. Most of the High Court judges today are trained in the area of mediation by Madam Susheela Sarathi. Her immense experience is well known, because as soon as you complete, there will be a questionnaire. In the questionnaire, there will be a separate column on this madam, how it is being taught. See, always experience won't come that easily. It requires hard work. And the hard work which is being put is communicated to you. That is why we decided to hold a conference of this type, and you get every one of you come to know a bit of mediation. She is presently with the Mediation Center and a brilliant practicing lawyer. On behalf of the institution, CMR Group of Institutions and CMR Group of Legal Studies, I request the Honorable Chairman to present a bouquet of flowers to Madam. We have here with us our beloved Chairman. He has been with us. Yesterday morning he came, in spite of the several calls which he was receiving, and he heard Madhav Menon with rapt attention. Even today he was speaking, such a brilliant speech he delivered here. And everyone has learnt a lot of it. Remember, the meaning of law, the meaning of legal subjects, it has a varied experience and meaning and dimensions. That has to be understood by every student of law. Even this morning he just said he will be there at 9:15 and he came at 9:15. On behalf of the CMR Group of Legal Studies, on behalf of our teachers and students, I sincerely thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. We have our Vice Chancellor, who is always with us in every endeavor of ours. Any assistance it is said, he will just say, just talk to me and tell me, we will try to resolve it. We have such people. On behalf of the institution and the CMR Group of Legal Studies, I sincerely thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Last but not the least, dear participants who have come all along from different distant places. We have people from Bangalore, we have people from Udupi, we have people from Kolar. I see them. Welcome to you to the CMR School of Legal Studies. In the next 2 days, you will learn so many things, and we have so many learned persons visiting and sharing their knowledge and immense experience. And lastly, the CMR students who are always with us, and the asset of the institution, the CMR teachers of law, all of them, I just welcome you to this function. Once again, with best wishes.
Thank you, sir. On this eventful occasion, I request our Honorable Chief Guest and all the dignitaries on the dais to light the ceremonial lamp. Now I request our Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Krishna Dixit, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, to kindly address the audience.
Honorable leader, our beloved leader, KC Ramamurthy, Justice AV Chandrashekar, who is my ideal and a guru, Professor P.R. Subramanya, who was one of the finest teachers in the University College Dharwad, wherein I studied. Srimati Susheela Sarathi, a most pleasant person, but a very bad opponent in the court, who was defending the state and its exchequer for years together. And Professor Shiv Kumar, my friends. It gives me immense pleasure to come back to an educational institution. Educational institutions are the backbone of any country, any nation, any state, any society, any family, or any social institution. When Socrates was asked, after having been administered hemlock, he was administered poison. He was dying. All his disciples were sitting around and they were asking him, Master, you are closing your eyes shortly for all the time to come. Just give us one advice. Now our resources are limited. What for we should divert our resources on priority basis? Socrates breathed his last, and before that he said, divert it for education. And such an institution which has made its own mark in the field of legal education is this. That gives me a real pleasure which I experience at the bottom of my heart, that I am called to come here and share my thoughts with you. One of the stanzas of Magna Carta of 1215, the first Magna Carta, it says, to none shall we delay, to none shall we deny, to none shall we sell justice. Sir Winston Churchill, when he was asked to comment upon the Magna Carta, he said, this is one of the finest hymns that we will find in English legal history, constitutional history. Delaying justice, denying justice, selling justice, the three things have troubled any civilized nation throughout the history. There were Judicial Reforms Committee headed by Lord Wilberforce in England long ago during Jeremy Bentham's period. He had suggested people are not happy with the courts. That was in the 18th century. That was in England, a country which boasts of its greatness because of the rule of law, the administration of justice, which Jackson in his Machinery of Justice mentions. One great jewel in the crown of England is that we have colonized many countries, but we taught them how to administer law, how to render justice. In that country, people were not happy. Mark Twain, the famous author of Huckleberry Finn, he said, Shakespeare said, all liars should be killed. Why he did not speak about the judges? Mark Twain was a very intelligent, virtuous writer, very intelligent person. He was not happy with the way the justice was being rendered, administered by the judicial institutions in England and in France also. If you go to France history, they established a Droit administrative because French people were unhappy with the courts. Delay, this procedure, that procedure. It was happening that way. Go to US, people were unhappy. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the famous thinker, neo-thinker, who used to think a lot, the allegation against him was, you think more. He said, justice is not being administered the way it ought to have been. When he was asked, what is the problem? He said, I went to a court, I had filed a case. Years later, the judgment came. My lawyer sent a mail in those postcards in those days, saying, congratulations, you have won your case. Then I asked my friend, who was my personal secretary also, hey, which is that case I had filed 20 years ago? That lawyer is congratulating me. He says that I have won a case, but I do not remember the one which I had filed. It is this quest for justice resulted into institutionalizing the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. We also had such a provision in 1860 CPC. Lord Macaulay, the first Law Commission of India, British India, had suggested in his first report on law reforms that there should be alternative dispute resolution mechanism. But we enacted it very late. 89 provisions of 89 in CPC are enacted too belatedly, but they are enacted. And the network provisions for functionality of this provision in CPC were lacking. And this Honorable Supreme Court, speaking through Justice R.V. Ravindran, in 2010 8 of Song's case, has given the complete functional literature as to how Section 89 should be operated with. So, to avoid three things, one is delay, denial, and sale of justice. Many alternative dispute resolution mechanisms have been institutionalized, they are legalized, they are put into place as need of the day. It is essential because the institutionalized judiciary is not in a position to cater to the needs of consumers of justice. So, mediation is one of such alternatives. I am very happy that today a kind of seminar cum elocution cum workshop is being organized in this institution. And incidentally, I happen to be the chief guest to speak about that. I will have the benefit of sharing the output which all together we will produce in this exercise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your words of wisdom. I request Shri KC Ramamurthy, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha and Chairman CMR Group of Institution to deliver the presidential address.
I am extremely happy that we have such eminent, distinguished, highly knowledgeable guests amongst us. Honorable Justice Krishna Dixit, as our Dean was mentioning, he is known for is very attentive presentation of cases, and the way he has earned a picture for himself in the judicial system is unique. I have greatest respect for him, and I'm extremely happy that he is here to inaugurate this conference. I should also mention here that Justice Chandrashekar has been a constant source of guidance and support to me, not only in solving or understanding some of the legal matters, but in shaping me as a better parliamentarian. And of course, I was able to meet Madam Susheela only today, though I had heard of her. And these three distinguished guests today are certainly going to make your 2 days very, very meaningful, useful, and this alternative dispute redressal is very, very crucial and very important. Not everyone can wait for a long period to get the cases disposed. Not everybody are in a position to. I was only trying to make a point that unless we have an alternative redressal mechanism very strongly embedded in our system, it's not possible for the normal Indian, whose financial resources are also very limited, to wait for the justice, the delay, as you were mentioning, and also the cost of attending to the legal charges. It's not easy for everybody to bear. And I'm sure the mechanism involved in the redressal system is very, very important, and I'm sure it's going to give a definite insight into all of you, particularly with people like Mrs. Susheela, who are in that field for a very long time and who have been able to help, assist, and advise thousands of people in distress. And I'm sure this is going to be a very useful 2 days for all of you, and I'm sure this knowledge that you take from here is going to benefit you and the society in large interest. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I request our Vice Principal, Sir, Shri B.J. Praneshwaran, to deliver the vote of thanks.
On behalf of School of Legal Studies, CMRU University, I'm glad that I'm proposing the vote of thanks, but then this is not the end, this is just the beginning. So this is a vote of thanks only for the inaugural function. So we have a 2-day strenuous scheduled program for you. We are indeed very happy and glad and honored to have Honorable Mr. Justice Krishna Dixit to have inaugurated this training program on mediation advocacy. Thank you very much, sir, for spending your time and being with us. We are also honored to have Honorable Mr. Justice AV Chandrashekar, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and presently Judicial Member, State Commission, for being with us, and who will also be a part of the training session and addressing the participants on one full session. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. And we are also thankful to Ms. Susheela Sarathi for having conceptualized and organized this in association with the School of Legal Studies. I'm sure she will be with us for the 2 days and guiding you all and taking you all through the mediation, advocacy and the training program. Thank you very much, madam. And we also have Ms. Shobha Patil, who will also be part of this program and who will be also along with us training and offering us all the assistance with regard to this training program. Thank you very much, madam. We are also thankful to our beloved Chairman Shri KC Ramamurthy, IPS retired, Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha, for sparing his time and always inspiring and being with us and encouraging us to do all such programs. Thank you very much, sir. We are thankful to Professor M.S. Shivkumar, Vice Chancellor, CMRU University, for his august presence and guiding us in all our endeavors. Thank you very much, sir. We are also thankful to our beloved Dean, Dr. Subramanya, for leading us in all our programs. Thank you very much, sir. Also thankful to the participants who have registered for this program. Hope you benefit out of this and go on to become mediation advocates and develop the concept of ADRS. Thank you very much for being part of this program. I also thank all the faculty and the other staff who have helped us in preparing this program, and also the students. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.